Good morning, everybody. How did you sleep last night? A new survey suggests that many Americans are struggling with sleep. Elise Preston has more on what you can do if you are having issues getting to bed.
Gina Fiorino is a busy, full-time working mom. The 44-year-old says it is not easy to get sleep.
I spend a lot of time trying to wind down. My brain does not slow down as fast as I probably would like it to.
Nearly 1 in 5 Americans report struggling to fall asleep at night, according to a new survey from the Ohio State University Wexner Medical Center. Dr. Anissa Das says from the pandemic to politics, people have more stress and worry.
We've noticed a 29% increase over the past several years in insomnia referrals to our clinic.
Stress can increase heart rate, blood pressure, and make muscles tense. Dr. Das says relaxation therapy can help manage stress as we're falling asleep.
One form is progressive muscle relaxation, where you progressively go through your body to relax your muscles. Another one is guided imagery, where you really focus on a story or a scene, and it helps you to focus on something other than all the things that we're stressing about.
Bad habits can also impact sleep. Nearly half of Americans are on phones before bed. More than a third fall asleep with the TV on.
We want bright light in the morning, which helps amplify our circadian drive, and then we want to decrease the amount of light we get in the evening.
Gina says being able to spend more time with friends and doing activities is helping her stress.
I'm able to talk through some things that are happening in the world and the community. So I'm hoping that combined with just trying to get on a better fall asleep time schedule will help settle things out for me.
She also tries to set aside her phone when it's bedtime. Elise Preston, CBS News.
Sleep doctors also recommend talking to your healthcare provider if you're having a hard time falling asleep or staying asleep. Insomnia can sometimes be a symptom of an underlying medical condition. Well, more than 10,000 children are diagnosed each year with cancer. Treatment can impact the whole family and be very isolating. During this Childhood Cancer Awareness Month, Naomi Ruckham shows us a camp that's giving patients and their siblings the chance to just be kids.
These campers are ready for fun. For 16 years, Sunrise Day Camp has been offering children with cancer and their siblings a safe place to enjoy sports, activities, and most of all, families just like themselves.
You get to be yourself because other kids had cancer, and you get to have a lot of fun with your friends.
10-year-old Ella Sujin and her 12-year-old brother Andrew started coming here 3 years ago while she was being treated for B-cell acute lymphoblastic leukemia, or ALL.
When Ella got cancer, I couldn't do anything with my friends. You can make a lot of friends who know exactly what you're going through.
We always say that Sunrise is the silver lining of her diagnosis. She was able to forget that she was still on chemotherapy. It was great for him to be able to come and just be a kid.
At home, it's a world of no, and here at camp, it's a world of yes.
Sunrise now has 10 camps across the United States and Israel, serving about 2,000 children.
Children's jobs are to play, and that's how they learn confidence, they learn new skills, they learn how to make a friend.
I just made a cape today.
6-year-old superhero Alana McCormick and her 10-year-old brother Gavin have been coming for 2 years. Alana was diagnosed with B-cell ALL when she was 3.5.
It's like the best camp ever. It's the most favorite place to be here.
I wanted them to have some sense of normalcy again. It really is an incredible opportunity to be able to come here and have our children be a part of this experience.
And run around without a care in the world, like it should be for kids. Naomi Ruckham, CBS News.
Since the pandemic, Sunrise also moved to virtual camps, so children who live too far away, don't feel well enough to come to camp, can zoom in from home or their hospital beds. It's a great group there. Well, the national baby formula shortage is not over, and because of that, 2 startups are delivering alternatives. Here's CBS's Meg Oliver with that.
It looks just like breast milk.
Helena CEO Laura Katz hopes the golden liquid swirling inside this beaker will revolutionize the baby formula market.
And the same consistency? Same consistency.
Katz calls it humanized infant formula, the closest thing to mother's milk produced outside of the body. The key is a fermentation process using yeast with the DNA code that makes breast milk proteins. When the yeast is fermented, it produces identical proteins found in breast milk. Then vitamins and minerals are added.
So the human proteins that we put into our product help to build your immune system. So they come in and they teach baby how to fight against infection and disease.
With empty shelves nationwide, the baby formula shortage underscores the need for more options. Another startup company, BioMilk, uses human cells to produce a baby formula alternative. CEO Michelle Egger.
We're utilizing new biotechnology to be able to produce something similar to breast milk.
The BioMilk process begins with cells from breast milk or mammary tissue. When placed in a bioreactor, these cells multiply and absorb added nutrients and secrete human-cultured milk outside the body.
Many of these nutrients are incredibly important for skeletal development, cognitive development, and microbiome development, and frankly aren't in bovine-based products.
Both companies say it will be at least 3 years before their products are on store shelves. Meg Oliver, CBS News, New York.
Sad vegetables could lead to sadder farmers. A look at the drought ahead on Mid Morning. It has been a difficult past few months for farmers across the country, that is. The globe suffered through drought this summer, and that's likely to make a trip to the grocery store more expensive. Bradley Blackburn explains.
Sweet corn, tomatoes, peppers.
Fourth-generation farmer Jim Abma knows you have to adapt to survive.
You have 2 lines of drip that run right where the plants sit.
He installed a costly irrigation system at his New Jersey farm to bring water to the roots of his crops. The water line has been a lifeline.
If you didn't have this, would you be able to get through the season?
Not this year. Up until recently, we've only had 1.7 inches of rain from May through pretty much Labor Day.
Drought hit farms across the country this summer, from corn and soybean crops in Kansas.
The spigot just shut off and it just stopped raining.
To wine grapes in California.
We've never seen drought like this. We've never seen warm years and early harvests like this.
Even with irrigation, Abma's crop yield is down significantly.
And that comes to smaller ears of corn, smaller tomatoes, just the result of a stressed out plant.
And it's worse in the West. An American Farm Bureau survey of western states finds average crop yields could be down 38%. Wells Fargo economist Charlie Doherty says the supply hit will likely reach grocery stores where prices are already rising.
Extreme weather has become more frequent, more widespread, and more costly. And if that continues, that threatens to keep food prices persistently high.
The drought just adds to farmers' challenges like higher fuel prices, labor costs, even more expensive packaging.
So even though people are paying more for their food, we're getting less of a margin for it because of our inputs.
A tough time for growers that's now moving through the food chain, from the ground all the way up. Bradley Blackburn, CBS News, Hillsborough, New Jersey.
The Bureau of Labor Statistics says food prices are up 13% in the last year. That's the largest annual increase in more than 4 decades. Well, for farmers in California, it is likely they are headed into a 4th straight year of drought, and that has profound implications for the entire nation, which depends on crops that are grown there in the Golden State. Here's Elizabeth Cook with more on that.
This is not what a tomato is supposed to look like. But for a lot of farmers in the Central Valley, this is exactly what they're seeing. Scorched, flattened, ruined fruit. The culprit?
I think it's the climate change that plays the biggest role here.
Nick Petkoff grows gourmet tomatoes on his 7-acre Sunblaze Ranch. He knows his way around the farm. In Yolo County for 3 decades, he's cultivated some of the most fertile soil in the world. That said, he's never seen anything quite like this.
Never. I think this is the hottest summer I've ever encountered in my life.
1 in 4 of all tomatoes on the planet is grown here in California. But the recent extreme heat has damaged a big chunk of them.
Pretty much baked them all.
Nick lost 2/3 of his crop. So badly damaged, it's really only good for compost. Nick sells slightly scorched tomatoes at a discount. At the farmer's market in San Rafael, he sold all 8 boxes within just a few hours.
Some people can them, some people make sauces.
As for the good stuff, Nick is known for his produce. He sells to top restaurants all around the Bay Area. One of his customers, renowned chef Lawrence Jossel of San Francisco's popular Nopa restaurant.
55. We're here to celebrate farmers. We're here to show who the heroes are, and it's the farmers. They take such big risks, you know, as is being proven now. Your whole livelihood depends on Mother Nature.
At his restaurant, the chef changes his menu daily based upon what's fresh at the market. These days, he's serving up lots of tomatoes. But the chef's supply may not last very long. He, too, is concerned about climate change.
I have 3 children. You know, I have 3 teenagers. Yeah, I'm greatly concerned for their future. We're seeing it every single day.
As for Nick, his tomato growing season will end early. Even so, he remains optimistic. That's what farmers do.
I'm not giving up, and we're going to do this again next year, so no matter what happens.
Elizabeth Cook, CBS News, Winters, California.
Indoor farms are growing in popularity, with many of them now sprouting up underground. Commuters in Taiwan are watching their lunch come to life right inside the city's subway. Here's Tina Krause with that story.
The daily commute in Taiwan just got a lot more interesting as a tech company celebrates the opening of an underground farm in the capital city, Taipei. Metro Fresh grows organic greens inside a subway station, using technology to regulate light, temperature, and the best nutrients. The owner says since the COVID-19 pandemic, people have been paying more attention to food safety. This hydroponic farm grows veggies under LED lights, eliminating the use of chemicals. The company VP says people worry about the use of pesticides. Everyone's biggest fear when having a salad is insect eggs. The Metro Farm greens go directly into salads and lunchboxes, allowing commuters to watch their lunch grow before taking a bite. The concept of vertical indoor farms known as smart farms is also taking root in the U.S. and around the world. Experts say the process uses 95% less water than traditional farming, and there's no threat of bad weather or bugs. The downside is excessive energy costs, but since greens are grown in the city, transport costs are cheaper. Metro Fresh produces about 200 bags of lettuce every week and hopes to cultivate more interest in underground farming to bring more produce to the table. Tina Krause, CBS News.
And South Korea has put similar technology into their subway stations as the concept of utilizing vacant spaces while boosting sustainability catches on. All right, it may give you a chill or a shudder to realize that you should be doing your holiday shopping already. We'll have that story when we come back. All right, welcome back, everyone. It's October, and you might think it's too early to talk about holiday shopping before the leaves have even changed. But this year is different because of high inflation. Toys cost nearly 3% more compared to last year. Clothing, about 5% more expensive, and household items are up more than 10%. Nancy Chen has some ways to help your holiday budget.
Halloween is still weeks away, but some people have already jump-started the gift-giving season.
I'm just looking for deals, just because prices of things like milk are going up. Have you started holiday shopping yet?
No. Normally, I would start around November, but this year has to be different.
In a recent survey, 38% of consumers say they're starting holiday buying earlier than usual, and 58% say deals are more important to them this year. As shoppers look to take advantage of deeper savings and spread out their spending to avoid the inflation sting, retail giants like Amazon, Walmart, and Target are taking note. Amazon will hold a new Prime-like event starting October 11th, boasting holiday savings on thousands of brands. Walmart says it'll be offering even more deals this season. And Target is holding its annual Deal Days October 6th, almost a week earlier than last year.
Retailers are coming out of the gate as early as possible because consumers may be holding their money tight to the vest.
Trey Bodge is a smart shopping expert.
The good thing about early shopping is you're spreading your shopping out over multiple pay periods if you have a job, right? So it's a little bit less impactful on your immediate budget.
Bodge says items like video game and console bundles, holiday gift sets, and winter apparel will be better priced later, so it's smarter to hold off.
How can consumers feel confident that they are getting the best deal if they're starting so early?
Retailers are offering extended price protection, and rest assured that a lot of the retailers are expanding their return windows.
For even more savings, try using browser extensions that'll apply coupons at checkout. Check your credit card's cash back offers. And make sure you do your research and price compare.
Is it kind of weird to see people holiday shopping when it's still, the leaves are green and people are wearing shorts?
No, but it's weird to see them put up the decorations.
Even though we see these deals coming out earlier, consumer spending is expected to be down this season. Still, because of excess inventory, there are some unexpectedly deep discounts right now on things like casual clothing, furniture, some electronics like TVs and classic toys like Jenga and Battleship. Speaking of toys, since the hottest ones can be hard to get, shop early and check back often for deals. Retailers have already released their top toys lists online with options to filter by price. The Toy Insider suggests budgeting 15% more for toys this year. And check with local independent stores. They could have the toy you're looking for that might be sold out at big retailers. Nancy Chen, CBS News, New York.
All right, they are back. A talk with the ladies who bring Hocus Pocus to life. Stay with us mid-morning. We'll be right back. All right, we're back. The three witches from Hocus Pocus are back in a new film. Vlad Dutier met up with Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy to find out what made them want to reunite for a sequel 29 years later.
Lock up your children! Yes, Salem, we're back!
You may remember these three wicked witches who cast a spell on us back in 1993. They're the Sanderson sisters in the original cult classic Hocus Pocus, played by icons Bette Midler, Sarah Jessica Parker, and Kathy Najimy. And now, 29 years later, the actresses have reunited for a sequel that's making us believe in witchcraft all over again.
Can we talk about this? No. I want you to take me back to the moment when you said, we're gonna do this.
Well, I think we were all willing to do it. We were just waiting to see what the script was.
I banish thee from Salem! That script, which includes a backstory to how the witches gain their powers and what happens when teenagers accidentally bring the trio back to life all these years later.
We have to steal their souls. Let me ask you about slipping back into these characters.
Water off a duck's back.
Yeah. Really?
It's like muscle memory, but it's also complicated for a second because the more you know, the more you realize what you need to know. Well, how do I walk, or how do I move, or how do I rest my hands here?
As what, Winnie, as what? Jump back.
I just did this.
We're young.
For me, I just have to say, like putting on the outfit, seeing Sarah, seeing Bette, it just came back.
And so did the camaraderie on set, even when shooting during the pandemic.
This time around, it was fascinating on so many levels because we were in a bubble, but the bubble was so full of unpredictability. And the only thing that was absolutely certain was we were going to eat sardines in that green room every damn day.
This is an inside joke. What is this?
It's our preferred snack.
Sardines?
Sardines and Triscuits. Yeah, that's a recipe.
I'm not hungry. Oh, but we are.
For Midler, Parker, and Najimy, both their friendships and careers have come a long way, especially considering the original Hocus Pocus film flopped at the box office.
We went from like nothing to suddenly we're getting these sort of checks and wondering what the heck's going on. They were booking it. They were presenting it as a thing during October. First a week and then 2 weeks and then suddenly it was a month.
I think also when it came on TV, it was more accessible to the whole family over and over.
That's right.
And the generations just kept showing it.
What is so wonderful and feels so good is that the audience has become so diverse for this. The people who have integrated into their lives, families and children and babysitters and grandparents and the LGBTQ plus community. And it's just remarkable.
Legend has it, it's on the 16th birthday that a witch gets her powers.
There's not only a new generation of fans, but cast members too.
You are our idols.
The young women who sort of have a storyline like we did was really exciting to me. We could show a bigger cast than we had in the first one.
There you go, when you're ready right here.
It's diverse to really reflect what our world looks like
Yes,
now.
that's exactly
great.
it.
I mean, the world has always looked like that, but it's not ever been on TV.
That's right, that's true.
Where did you get that candle?
There's a message here about female empowerment, friendship, sisterhood. The message that I walked away with, what do you think that people are going to walk away with, especially young girls?
I think it's whatever they can project onto it, whatever they want. All there is joy, and it's so wholesome.
Yeah.
I mean, I do have to say,
we eat children.
It's so much. It's even more wholesome than the last one, because I mean, our costumes are up to here.
Hey, it's the Sanderson sisters. I bet you're looking for the stage.
Always. There is a little bit, I'm not giving anything away at the ending, but it does leave the door open.
Did you think so? I didn't think so.
You didn't think so?
Oh, my whole family thought so. They all said, no, 100%. The door has been not just left open, it's been thrown wide open.
I'm just so dim. Did you get any of that?
No, I thought we were bye-bye.
I thought it was bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Oh, you did, but we've done that. We've said bye-bye before.
We have. You're absolutely
Bye-bye.
As the saying goes, third time's the charm.
Vladimir Dutin, CBS News, New York.
And we'll be right back to wrap things up. Stay with us. All right, stay connected with us. We're on social media. You can also send us an email. We'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a great day.